when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 49 of the Sing When You're Winning, a Fantasy Football League oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and one very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast to go on this week, it's myself, Jamie, we've got Steve, we've got Lee, and we've got Jersey Chris joining us again this Friday morning. Morning, everyone, and it's live Champions League this Friday morning as well. We've just heard Jersey Chris said that the Liverpool team looked frightening. So there you go. We'll see if there's any updates, live football as it happens this Friday morning, as always, if any goals go in. But yeah, everyone to introduce themselves, the name of their team, and this Friday morning, it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is absolute nonsense, as you know. So yeah, I mean, it's a long shot, but does anybody got a good pirate impression? Do you want to introduce yourself talking like a pirate? Who wants to go first? I bet no one's going to do this.
Everyone's just going to go, arr.
Arr. Anyone got the pirate jokes? Get them all.
I don't know about ooh-ah, that's a farmer, isn't it?
Is it? Well,
I spent too long in Yorkshire. Arr.
Arr, Jim lad.
What's the punchline? Because the arr. I can't remember the joke, but there you go.
Yeah,
Right,
let's
moving swiftly on. Who wants to introduce themselves?
Happy Pirate Day, everybody.
Happy pirate. Talk like a pirate day.
Well, I will then. I'm Steve Wybrant. My team this year is Disinformation FC, which I can't remember why I changed it because it was Disintegration for years. I don't know why. I can't remember. It must have been a drunken night or something. But and I can't remember how long I've been doing this. Steve will tell you better.
We've got the stats, Steve.
We'll tell you later.
Yeah.
I think I started when he did it in the newspaper in the Bay Horse in Fulford. In about 1998.
Back in the postal days, yeah.
When I first moved to York, yeah.
Good stuff. And that was a great impression of a pirate, Steve. Thank you for that. It's really good. But yeah, it's your 18th FPL season.
Is it?
Yeah. It is. 18. It's your 6th in Sing When You're Winning.
Right.
You first joined the first championship season back in 2021. And your record is 8th, 14th in the championship, then 26th in the championship when you were unfortunately relegated into League One. Then you run 11th, 12th, but currently 5th. So
yeah,
the promotion.
The season I got relegated, I lost. Well, Steve says I lost my password, but I didn't. It just wouldn't let me. It never let me register. Wouldn't let me log in. It wouldn't let me create a new one. So it was just frozen really till the end of the season.
Stuart's inquiries, surely.
I emailed them, I tried everything, and no one would get back to me. Steve tried as well and wouldn't work.
Shocking.
Technically,
yeah.
So it's technically the championship side, aren't you?
Robbed of his place, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this could be the season you get promoted to the best league because we all know the championship is the best league.
I usually start reasonably well, and then I sort of go off the rails a bit around Christmas. And then I can either pick it back up or I just throw it out the window and can't be bothered anymore. But no, I'm gonna be keen this year. I was keen last year and few mishaps.
I think you weren't too far off last year. You were sort of pushing playoffs, weren't you, last year?
Definitely, with about 7 or 8 games to go, it was looking good. But then I just had a couple of bad losses, and that was it. Gave up.
A cruel game.
It's the cruel mistress.
Well, you've started strong this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep that going, Steve. Thank you very much.
He started the pod strong as well because Adam had a few Effies in by now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I almost wrote in the cover note for last week's very sweary Adam just in case there were any children.
Have I sworn yet? Have I?
No.
I usually do quite a lot, but
well, Adam was frittering the air with with F words last week. He was quite
Every
happy to do
sentence, I think. Yeah, every time he
Yeah,
came
it
on, he
was.
said,
It was like every breath, I think.
It was. But
happy,
yes,
happy birthday for last Tuesday,
yeah.
Adam.
Happy birthday, Adam. Right. So, who wants to go next?
Go on then, I will. My name's Lee Cooper. Team is the Angry Dragons, and a joke would be, what do you think is a pirate's favourite letter?
Arr.
You'd think it would be R, but their first love is the sea. There you go, pirate joke.
God.
We're here all day.
Wonderful.
Gotta love pirate jokes.
This is why we don't do them.
Good stuff. Right, who's up next?
I'm the manager of Farcade, a lot of you. My name's Chris Duhamel, and I have no reference to a pirate, unfortunately.
What a shame. Were there no Pirates Get Down jersey at all?
They did, actually. We used to put beacons on the beach in St. Wan's to bring them in. And then the jersey's very rocky. So they used to crash their boats and then we'd kill them. So, yeah. Not a fan of pirates, but a fan of
When did that stop last week?
Brilliant bit of history there from Jersey Chris. Oh, excellent. And you're off to Everest, aren't you? Do you want to say briefly? Because we're not going to see you for a couple of weeks after tonight.
Yeah,
after
back on the
You
mid-October.
get some new windows.
Climbing base camp Everest, 12-day trek, so 18 days in total. So it should be fun.
Wow.
It should be an adventure.
Are you just going to the base camp, Chris, or are you going up it?
I'm walking to the start line, to Everest, which is still 80 miles, so it's 3,000 meters, and then we're walking up to 5,300.
Wow.
So so it should be good.
Good stuff.
-1, and at night it's -10. So it's going to be quite cold.
I mean, that's further for you than everybody else as well. So
Yeah, no, because my little legs.
I thought Steve was going to make a joke about you being on -10, but no.
Oh, that'd be the dream.
All the jokes were there. Well, good luck with that anyway, Chris. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. It'll be good.
Yeah.
And Steve, last but not least.
What am I supposed to do? I've done it. Pirates.
Yeah, go on, do a pirate impression.
What was the other question?
Just introduce yourself. I think
Hi,
everyone knows who you
I'm
are.
Steve. I'm Steve. If you've listened before, you'll know who I am. Move
At
along.
least pirates.
Arr.
Exactly.
I can't be arsed.
That's going to be the title of the show. I think I can't be arsed. Right, let's stop with this the pirate nonsense. There's more nonsense to come, believe me. But yes, let's have a look back at last week's game week 4 in the leagues. But first, before we do that, shall we get sheep of the week? R or bar of the week. That doesn't even sound like a sheep bar, does it? I just went too far.
No.
But yes, the sheep of the week, the people to have in your team is Vicario in goal. Lots of people going for him. Van der Ven in defense. And people will be listening saying, well, I've got both of them.
Got him for a sub last week.
Semenyo in midfield. And possibly no surprise, but up front, Haaland is the big man who everyone wants. And
Get out of my club.
yes, people you want to get rid of. In goal, Sanchez, dump him. Is it Ait Nuri? Or is that a typo? Or R Nuri? I'm sounding. It's all pirates now.
R Nuri.
I'm sounding. I don't know what I sound like right now. Verts. People are still saying get him out of my club, but I think he's going to come good. I think Verts and Ekitike is the other one to get rid of as well. Apparently, anyone got any of them still in their team?
I've got Ekitike.
Yeah, same.
Me
I
too.
dumped Words and I brought.
I got rid of Van der Ven last week as well.
I had him first sub, which was painful.
He's the man to get back in, isn't he?
But I put Timber in for him, so it didn't work out too bad.
No.
Yeah, Timber's doing well, isn't he? And also, just looking back on last week, praised by the chairman in Sing When You're Winning, and Steve will give us a full review in a second. But praised by the chairman, it's Alistair Griffin, 99 points. He's flying, isn't he? Let's be honest. He's had a very strong start.
But he did that last year, don't forget.
Well, he did. He won Manager of the Month, didn't he?
He was Manager of the Month in August, and then useless after that.
Didn't he come on the pod and then he went like downhill from then?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was originally. I think he's still on the pod WhatsApp chat.
He is.
He's going to be a
did
panel
apologise
member.
again. He apologised this week for being useless on.
Yeah, he's only ever been on once. There's people who aren't on the panel who have been on more than him. But yeah, you're welcome back anytime, Alistair.
He's just very busy. He tells me
he is. He's doing the Greatest Showman again at York Minster, isn't he? He's advertising stuff like that. Yeah, we'll have to go down for that. But sacked in the morning is sorry if you're listening, but Rich Pipes 36 points. You are the person to be sacked in the morning as well. But we'll go over to Steve now for a full review of game week 4 across the Sing When You Win pyramid.
Right, okay. Starting in the Premier League, then the highest score there was, well, there's two high scores: 89 for Mark Summerton and an 88 for Adam Devlin, last week's guest. Both of them kept their 100% records in doing that, along with Rich Archer, who also made up the three of them up there. Dan Stewart hit an 85 to get a win there for Dan, his first win in the season. He beat Nikolai, and Steve Taylor lost his 4th game in 4, but he was slightly unlucky because he scored 82, but he was playing Mark Summerton, who got 88. So when you've not won a game yet and you get 82 and still lose, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth.
It's not your season, is it?
No. So the league table's there early doors still, but Adam's got 12, Mark Summerton's got 12, Rich Archer's got 12. And then there's a host of teams on 9: Ben Shires, Andrew Chester, Chris Payne, and Rick Witter, surprisingly. Rick Witter's flying high so far. Down at the bottom, there's 7 teams on 3 points, but the bottom 5 are Alistair Bruce Ball, current champion; Jim Daly, the pre-season favourite, 3 points; Tom Gregory, promoted last season, 3 points; Tim Ward, promoted last season, 3 points; and as we said before, Steve Taylor, bottom with no points. Now, in a little bit of a new feature, caught some of the managers after the match for a few comments. So Adam, he was asked after his perfect start to the season, are you anticipating a title challenge? 10 years on from his first one. His reply is, it's far too early in the season. He probably would have put a swear word in there.
He would have. He'd have said it's effing too far.
It's far too early in the season. As we're talking about that, we are very much focusing on next week's match. And Steve Taylor, who I said is rock bottom of the table, he said, actually, it's quite a long explanation why he's bottom. His question was, at bottom after 4 games with no points, Steve, what's the mood at the training ground? To which Steve replied, full and frank discussions with an unhappy board and fans forum this morning. An angry mob were not convinced by my assertion of the fact that we are one of only 4 teams in the league with a 100% losing record. They were slightly more accepting of the fact that this week's total would have beaten everybody except lazy boys and men. But for minor tinkering, I believe in the team, and I have implored everybody to believe in my process and give me an opportunity to prove that the Taylor out graffiti at the training ground fence and the ton of horse shit dumped on my car was premature.
Amazing.
So we move on to the championship. A huge 99, as Jamie's already mentioned, for Alistair Griffin. He beat Lee with an 82. That's also unlucky. That is unfortunate.
Thumbs down.
Now, what were your thoughts on that, Lee? Was it quite a painful one to take?
Yeah, it was shit. Yeah, to be fair though, I had a couple of players that didn't play, so I didn't have every player out. I think because I've got so many. It's one of them where I'm tempted to pull the wild card because I've got 3 or 4 players. I've still got Ramsey who's left, so I don't know what to do now.
Right. Michelle Gale also did very well. She got a 93 to thrash Andrew Clancy, who only got a 50. But generally, the championship was full of close matches. Henry lost to Carl by 3 points. Nick beat Cole by 3 points. Joe Derrick beat Swanee by 2 points. And Phil Pinder 1-pointed Jamie Hurst. The league table's there then. Alistair Griffin on his own on 12 points, followed by Lee Nicholson on 9, John Gregory on 9, Phil Pinder on 9, Joe Derrick on 9, Rich Lay, who's usually at the bottom, on 9, Hello, Rich. I'm sure he's listening. Regular listener there.
Yes.
Down at the bottom, then, Andrew Clancy, 3 points. Jamie Morgan, 3 points.
I was at the T20 on Saturday. I was having a whale of a time. Who cares about football?
Rich Pipes, 3 points. But the relegation zone, Graham Swan, 3 points. Jamie Hurst, 1 point. And still waiting for his first point is poor old Cole at the bottom there with no points, which I'm sure you'll be happy with, Lee.
Excellent news. Excellent. Channeling his inner Amarin, I believe he is.
I believe so. And our reporter did catch Cole after the game as well. But we also got Alistair Griffin. He was asked about how he was taking his start. He replied, "General disbelief around the training ground. The lads are in shock at the start of the season. Nobody saw it coming, least of all me." Rumours that have got an assistant manager have been to be brought in behind the scenes to help. He couldn't possibly comment, he says.
It's like that, isn't it?
Believe his lad might be helping him out this season. Also, then, comment from Cole down at the bottom, who played his triple captain against Nicola Dunn this week and still lost. Triple captain Jack Grealish.
Oh, he had a lousy week, didn't he?
Yeah. So anyway, yes, Cole is channeling his inner Amarin. He will not change his philosophy, and if the board wants to change it, they'll need to change the man. So,
big words. Big words.
Yeah, fighting talk there.
Yep.
We'll see an improvement now because his son's back from America, so he'll start tinkering with his team, doing it for him, like he did last season, I reckon.
Oh, well, controversial, I'm sure. I'm sure we're going to get Cole on soon, aren't we, really? It's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the offer's there. That's all I'm saying. He keeps thinking it's not, but it is.
I mean, we've got through an Adam episode, so really the manager of the Cole.
As long as Cole's ready for a fair amount of abuse at Manchester United, then I think
he'll enjoy a Man U show, won't he? So anyway, League One. We'll go to League One. Ben Hope with an 83 was the best score there. He beat Anton Witter. After that, the next best score was Mr. Steve Wybrant, 78 points. Although he were only playing Jonas.
Well, yeah. Does he actually?
Jonas got 51 out of it this week, so it's not too bad.
He scored better than normal. Is he getting back into it?
Although I do believe he had a dodgy captain choice there. Pete Martini kept his 100% record going. He beat Craig Wilson, but only just 56-50. Nigel Clark was unlucky. He lost, but post score 42-45 to Dave Atkins, who also sent me a lengthy voice note about being in Zanzibar, and we haven't got the technology to broadcast that. I don't think it's.
I can play that if you send me. I'll edit it in.
Right. Okay.
We can do that.
All right. Yeah. It involves. It was very lengthy. And it involved Radiohead tickets and.
We should just play it for confusion.
Okay, yeah.
Let's do that.
Hi. Yeah, this is by no means a humble brag, but my FPL this week has, basically a real life analogy connected, directly related to it. Before I came away, I registered for a code for Radiohead tickets in Northamptonshire. Got this email through to let me know I had the code in Leicestershire. Got a text through for me to confirm the text. I'd had the code, blah, 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 whatever that means, in Warwickshire, which meant I had to buy the tickets in Zanzibar. And hand in hand, along with a tiny little bit of seafood poisoning, it could explain everything that has possibly gone wrong with my team this week. Captaining Isaac, playing a guy who has a few out injured, a bench even worse than mine, I think. So just waiting for the final points to roll in and let's see how it cracks on. And if Tom York's listening, I'd like 2 tickets for the Friday night in Bologna, please. Love you. Bye.
Bresnan lost his first game of the season by 1 point to Stu Kelly. The league tables there. Then Pete Martini clear on 12. Ben Hope 9 points. Tim Bresnan 9 points. Ben Halliwell 9 points. Steve Wybrant 9 points. And Grace Maloney 9 points. Down at the bottom, Paul Spence 3 points. Vicky Sparks 3 points. And 3 teams with no points: Nigel Clark, Craig Wilson, and Jonas, who is rock bottom. Comments we got there. Pete Martini, when asked about his chances of a title race again, the champion of the Conference League last season, of course, and he said, absolutely not. Well, that was his reply. Nigel Clark down at the bottom asked how has moved around the camp was with no points. He blamed the 3 players that didn't even turn up. And Jonas, same question to Jonas, still without a point. He said he needs to start attending training more often, and his Fergie tactics are not working. And also, Asula captain 2 games in a row was due to a lack of sleep and focus, but his rebuild has started early days, he says. Maybe it's a good time to play Jonas now, and then Steve's just got lucky. Yeah. Next week, somebody's going to be on the wrong end of one.
Yes.
Fortunately, it won't be me. Where are we? Conference League. Mikey hit 94 to beat Alfie Witter's 52. Finn, my lad, got 82 to beat Ian Baker's 74. They are the only 2 teams with 100% records left there. It was a narrow 3-point win for Jack Bandera over Kevin Sim, who's enjoying the circus this Friday morning, I believe.
Yes, couldn't get on the pod for the circus.
Duke Witter against Frankie Francis. Martin Longstaff just beat Casey Hawkes, and there were late comeback for Joe Singleton against Neil Poynton, who was winning quite healthily until a late show for Joe, who had, I think, Salah and Haaland probably. George Pearson, he got an 86 to thrash Chris Murray with a 46, and Chesney was winning till very late on, and then Haaland sort of smashed him really, and made a first win for Adam Comstive. League table wise, Mikey Austin Riley has 12 points, Vin Dunn 12 points, then loads of people on 9 points: George Pearson, Marty Longstaff, Felix White, Rob Lally, Duke Witter, and Kevin Sim. Down at the bottom, loads of teams on 3 points, but the bottom 2 are Alfie Witter with 1 point and Chesney Hawkes with no points, who's traditionally a bad starter, Chesney. Comments wise, Finn was asked how his season was starting. He said probably should have done this last year. When he got a decent score overall, but it seemed to be everyone's cup final he was blaming last year, so he thinks he was hard done by last year. Perhaps got a little gripe like Ed's from last week.
It's
carries little grudges. Mikey Austin Riley says he doesn't know about expecting to get promoted, but he's definitely going to try his socks off for it. And
he was confident when he was on the pod though for promotion.
Yeah, I think he might be a bit of a player there, so I think he's got to be probably well fancied there. And Chesney Hawkes was asked, bottom of the league with no points to show it, what's the general mood around camp, and how are you going to turn this around, Chesney? To which Chesney replied, fuck knows.
Chesney should get Potter in. I think let Graham Potter have a go on your team, and then it can share the joy.
So now in the whole league, there's 6 teams with no points there: Steve Taylor, Cole Jenkins, Nigel Clark, Craig Wilson, Jonas, Rodamo, and Chesney Hawkes. And there's also 2 teams without a win, which are Jamie Hurst and Alfie Witter. So good luck to them tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow indeed. It's game week 5.
Or tonight.
Is
it a Friday game?
I don't think there's any Friday games. I think the first game is tomorrow, Liverpool-Everton, lunchtime on TNT. So there. Thank you for that, Steve. Looking ahead to game week 5, though, we're going to do some fixture predictions shortly. But the big question for everyone this week is, should you get rid of Salah to bring in Haaland? They both cost around the same amount of money.
I've got them both already.
You've got them both? Well, you're very lucky. I think you've got them both.
My thinking was I'd get both in, and then if I needed to switch things around, it's easy to downgrade from one of them, isn't it? And at the moment, that would be Salah, but then this week it's probably not Salah, so I might just stick, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm getting really fed up with Salah, if I'm being honest. I'm not a Liverpool fan, and he's not really doing it in FPL this season. So.
No, but I've had him every week, and to be fair, he's the only one actually getting me any points. He's playing absolutely awfully in every game, but it seems to just get something at the end of the game. So
yeah, I guess because he's getting the penalties, and like the other day, that was the luckiest thing
and he
in the
did
world,
nothing
wasn't
all
it?
day, did he? And it's been the
Yeah.
story of his season, really.
Mm.
But I would like
But,
there's
yeah.
so many options to get rid of now, isn't there? So you could kind of Cole Palmer's back in business now, isn't he? As well, and Phil
really
Foden.
cheap,
Could Phil
yeah.
Foden be back to his old self?
I think I might sell Salah, to be fair. I think he's getting Haaland in might be the way to go with a wild card. So next week, when I lose another game, we'll see how bad that is. When Salah scores a hat-trick against Everton on Saturday lunchtime, get your
But
money
then
on it.
you've got Saka to come back, so he'll be an option. Isak's going to start playing shortly.
Yeah,
I believe he's playing this morning. Somebody's just said he's just playing this morning.
Friday morning. Yeah,
I left Haaland out last year and refused to have him. And then the first few games, he was scoring and scoring. So I finally got him in. And then I don't think he made any more goals for, I don't know, 4 or 5 games or something. So if I do change and get him in, everyone's going to lose out because he'll stop scoring.
Let us know when you do.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know before deadline because I'll leave it till
I don't want to be the one that gets him in.
Well, I did that last year as well. I sort of stuck by the Haaland ship all when he wasn't scoring, thinking he's going to come good, and now he's a differential, and I'm going to benefit from that. And then it just never happened, and everybody else had jumped on Isak, and they were scoring every week, and it was a terrible season last year. I thought I'm learning from that this year. I'm just going to, but I am planning on getting Isak in when he's a first choice.
Yeah, I think once he's first choice, he'll bang them in, won't he, for Liverpool? I think there's not much doubt in that. But yes, we shall see. Shall we have some fixture predictions then? Who the hell knows what the score is going to be? Just looking back at last weekend very quickly, though. Arsenal Forest. Eds, well done. You got it bang on. You said 3-0 to Arsenal. I mean, there's quite a few who went 4-0, 5-0, etc. But Eds was bang on. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. I was bang on with that one. There you go, last Saturday night. And Man City, Man U, 3-0. Chris, you were absolutely bang on the money there, 3-0. So there you go. We had a correct score in each of the fixtures last week. Let's see what we get this weekend. Liverpool-Everton is the first game, as I mentioned before. Saturday lunchtime. It's at Anfield. What do we think? Steve, do you want to kick us off? Steve Wybrant.
I think Liverpool are going to be going for it. Everton are going to be holding fast. I think they'll do them probably 1-0 Liverpool.
Oh, just the one.
I think Everton will be strong at the back. I think they'll not want to lose.
Yeah. But, okay, well, 1-0. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
And I hope it's Salah that scores it.
It'll still be in your team.
Yeah.
1-0 penalty, probably. Anyone? Well, Lee, we'll go with you next.
I can't remember what I did in my predictions this week, but I think Everton are just going to not want to lose. So I think it'll be a low-scoring game. So I'm going to go 1-0 Liverpool.
That's what I was thinking.
As well. Okay. Is everyone going 1-0 Liverpool?
No. I'll go 2-0, I think.
You go 2-0, all right.
Salah in the 92nd minute.
Penalty.
Yeah. 2 pennies. Chris, you said a resounding no. What
yeah,
you going for then?
I was talking about this in the pub the other day. I've not been impressed with Liverpool this season at all yet so far. They've not got into that second gear. I think Everton are going to come out fighting for this. I don't think they'll win, so I'm going to go for a draw. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go for 1-1, and it's going to be a boring game.
It's frightening though that Liverpool aren't in like second gear yet, but they're on maximum points.
Yeah, stand champions, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not massively impressed so far by them. But this Friday morning, they could bang in the goals with their frightening setup. But I think they've probably got too much for Everton. But I think 2-1. I think it's probably a close one. But I do think Everton will score. Don't think it'll be a clean sheet. And I've got Alisson in goal, so it probably won't be a clean sheet. So that's another reason why not. Next game, Wolves Leeds for the majority of you guys. Surely this is, and although it's away, surely this is the one where Leeds get away.
Got to be.
I'm going to this one, so
Oh, are you?
yeah,
Away trip.
yeah. But also Wolves will be thinking this is the one because they haven't won yet, have they? So they'll be thinking this is our chance. So I'll go with I'd like it to be a 1 or 2 to Leeds, but I think it might be 1-1.
1-1. There's the optimism of a Leeds.
Yeah.
It's an away day. You should be going, come on, I'm going to win this.
No, I mean, I was a bit over optimistic at 1-1, to be fair. It'd probably be 3-0 to Wolves.
Leeds.
Be a long drive back or bus trip back or train trip back, whatever it is, if it's 3. Lee, how about you? What do you
I'm
think?
going to go 2-1 Leeds. I think they'll do it.
Oh.
They've looked a little bit stronger. They've been unlucky in a couple of games, but they've looked good enough to stay up and kind of get towards the top end of mid-table, to be honest with you.
Leeds just need to score a goal. We haven't scored an actual goal yet, apart from a penalty, so we just need to get our confidence going, really.
Yeah, it'll come against Wolves.
You think so?
I'm going to go ridiculous.
Calvert-Lewin.
I'm going to go Leeds 3-0. Talk about that for ridiculous.
3-0 to who?
Leeds. I don't rate Wolves at all from what I've seen. And I think it's a kind of crazy game that if Leeds treat it like a championship fixture and go for it, I think 3-0.
Well, that's wonderful. I hope Middlesbrough win.
we play tonight against West Brom on Sky.
Wonderful!
So we
I'll be watching it.
They'll ruin my.
I'll be watching it with my half and half scarf.
Yes. Steve,
Well,
what do you think?
I'm the same as you, Jamie. I think Wolves are just very poor, but they're going to be at home, so they're going to have a go. They're going to have to try and come out, which I think will hopefully leave us enough gaps and spaces to score some. I think 3-0, definitely.
3-0 as well.
I think they're too good at the back at the moment. Well, unless we're playing Arsenal. I think we've done quite well at the back, and I don't think Wolves have got enough to get through that.
Yeah, I think it's the kind of game that Farke will have a goal.
Got to. We need the points this time.
Yeah. So that's 2 of us on 3-0. Chris, are you going to make a hat-trick of 3-0?
I think it's a bit of a conundrum for me because I support the team, support the players. Defensively, we look great, but I'm not supporting the manager. And I kind of want to get beat. So we get Nuno in. I think Nuno's the man for us, and then he'll keep us up safely.
Remind me of your fantasy team name again.
Yeah. Yeah. However, I've liked the way we played, apart from Arsenal and Sheffield Wednesday game. But I've liked our other 3 Premier League games. But I do think we're going to beat him 2-0. I think Calvert-Lewin might get his goal, and I think Bogle as well.
It's coming. That win's coming if you're not playing. You can see it, can't you? I think Leeds are playing really well.
Bogle will be better if he doesn't play Aronson on the right.
That's right, yeah. Don't
can't understand why he started him the other day. I know he works hard, but that's no good. Just working hard. He's just not good enough.
You what? Strand Larson will be back for his first game and they'll score the winner. Guaranteed.
It's not going to happen. Look, this is a particularly Leeds biased pod normally, but lots of non-Leeds people are even saying Leeds are going to win. So come on, it's going to happen.
I think you might have young Harry on the bench after his 3 goals for the under-21s.
Deserves it. Watch the goals; they're very good goals.
I haven't seen them yet, but I've heard they're good. Yeah,
very good goals.
And I know it's a massive difference. 21s this, but I think he needs the day out on the bench.
Yeah, get a run out 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see, and enjoy it, Steve, tomorrow on your away day.
Yeah, I shall.
Yeah. It'll be good. Right, final game of the season. I mean, last couple of weeks we've gone for the biggies, and it's obvious we can't not. So, but yeah, make no apologies for saying Arsenal City Sunday 4:30. Who wants to go first? What do we think?
Oh, KG.
And
I've heard a lot of these experts. I listened to FPL pod today, and they were all Statman Dave there, and he was saying, well, if you just need to go with one of those teams, Arsenal or Man City. If you've got one of their players, drop them to your bench, and go with the other one that you think's going to win. I thought, oh, a lot of nonsense. It could easily be a bit of a Desmond, couldn't it? Or a
Throw
0-0.
them all in. Well,
Depends if they're meant to striker or defend, I suppose.
So yeah, I mean, you're getting points one way or another. People always say, "Oh, big teams are playing each other. There's no point having them. It's killing the game." But no, because you still get points, can't you? They're all making out why have Haaland this week because he's playing Arsenal. He could easily score a hat-trick against Arsenal.
Haaland likes scoring against
Yeah.
Arsenal, so I'd be tempted to throw him in, me.
I reckon 3-1 City, to be honest with you. I
reckon
genuinely
3-1
think
City?
City are going to... Historically, City have dominated this fixture anyway, and I think just like their midfield, Arsenal without Saka don't look quite as good. And I think, I reckon Arsenal will score first, and I think City will win 3-1.
Where's it at?
It's
At
at the
Arsenal.
Emirates.
Oh, bold one.
Yeah.
City 3-1. I was going to go City 3-2. Funny enough. Again, I think City in the main tend to have they've just got the psychological edge over Arsenal, and I think it'll happen again.
Yeah, that plays a lot with it with
3-2.
Arsenal. I think a lot of the, bottlers stuff, like they've said to Spurs, and quite rightly so, over the season. I think they're kind of falling into that trap now. A lot of the fans are kind of getting tense and nervous. It was only like 5 games in or whatever. But,
Yeah.
you can see it happening already. Arsenal fan TV is a brilliant watch. It's absolutely brilliant.
They just
The thing is, Arsenal
But
did well
yes.
Tuesday night, and it actually looked pretty good without Saka. But City are a different team, aren't they? I actually am probably going to go for a 2-2. I'm going to go for a Desmond.
Okay.
Yeah, Desmond for me.
Steve, were you going
Desmond.
Desmond as well? Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Good stuff. And Steve, what do you think? Arsenal City.
I think it'll end up being City win because Arsenal being at home again, I think they're going to want to come out and try to win, which will open them up a little bit. And I think it'll be a 2-0 City.
We shall see. So you're not having Arsenal scoring at all
No, I
at
don't
home.
think they will.
Good stuff. Well, as we always say, who the hell
I
knows?
say really, but
Is there any logic in football,
No,
though, to be
no.
fair, Steve? There isn't.
Did we ever get a league
Absolutely
table out of
not.
this, Jamie? Do we know who's actually any good at this?
Do you know what? It's on my list to do. I should use ChatGPT for that instead of asking it to come up with stupid questions, which we will come on to very, very shortly. But first of all, Steve, you're in the hot seat. So I was going to say, who do you support? But obviously, like lots of the people in this league, you support Leeds United.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell us why?
Well, when I was younger, when I was like 6, 7, 8, my 3 brothers all supported Leeds. My granddad supported Leeds. Everyone in our village was either Leeds, Man U, or Liverpool.
Yeah.
So at that age, when I was 6 or 7, I ended up supporting Liverpool because I didn't want to agree with my brothers. I think that was the only reason. Plus, I think Liverpool winning everything then in the 70s. And I came to Leeds when I started going out drinking when I was about 15 with my brothers.
Yeah.
And I think it was, if you want to come out with us, you're going to have to be a Leeds fan. So I can't remember exactly, but that's what I seem to think. And I used to start going to the games with them. And I think that's why, really.
stuff.
So you could say drink drove you to Leeds United rather than the other way around.
Yeah. If I want to go out with my brothers and they'll buy me beers, then yeah, I've got to support Leeds. So I used to go to the games then with them.
Good stuff. And who was playing then when you used to go to the games in the early days? You were too drunk to remember, weren't you?
Strachan playing. What year would that have been?
Late 80s, 88.
And then Dorigo, I remember, and
90s,
Callister,
early
I think.
90s.
Yeah, got into the 90s. It was all a blur. The end of the 80s and the 90s was definitely the 90s. I can't remember who was playing where. I was, I'd sort of not stopped going to football a little bit in the 90s. I was going out to watch bands and going to raves a bit too much. So football and weekends didn't really get a look in until I got to the mid to late 90s. settled down a little bit, moved to York, and it was all Leeds, and me and the now wife used to go to all the Champions League games, and it was great then. That was magical. It was brilliant. Used to have to buy the tickets in blocks of 3 because it was 2 groups then. First group of 4, then if you got through, there was another group of 4, and you had to buy the home tickets in blocks of 3, which didn't bother me. So yeah, it was great. We got to see a lot of games.
Oh, nice.
2000.
And would you say that was your high points of supporting Leeds?
That was then, yeah, because that was with my wife, and it was great. We were going all the time. It was brilliant. And then later on, my eldest daughter, she got into them when we were in the League 2, I think, or whatever it was, League 1. But I tried to get her to support Man City, and she wouldn't listen. And you're going to hate supporting Leeds, but she was adamant, and so I used to take her then. And so then it was the promotion with Bielsa, because the night when no one was meant to be there, we all turned up and we were outside there, and that was just unbelievable feeling. When it was COVID and no one was meant to be there, and there was about 10,000 people outside the ground, and it was just unreal. So that the Champions League nights and that first promotion, because it was with my daughter, so yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. And I always ask low points. Everyone always says the same stuff for Leeds, but would you concur with people around the Ridgedale times, that kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, that was sad, and it was just spiraling down. It was one thing after another. So it wasn't a week time. It was the whole few seasons when it went bad. But the real low point for me really was when we sacked Bielsa.
Yeah.
I just thought we've let him down, you know.
Yeah. And it wasn't like you sacked him for someone better. I think we've had this conversation on the pod before, but yeah, I think even as someone who's not a Leeds fan, I always thought that was a strange move.
There was the talk at the time, I think, a lot of it, well, he didn't want players, he didn't want a big squad, it was his own fault, but I don't think that's the truth. I think they just didn't back and wouldn't buy who he wanted, so I think they let him down, and then they sacked him and sort of made him the scapegoat in a way.
Yeah.
So that was sad.
And what do you think about this season? Do you agree with Chris that Farker needs to go for Nuno, or would you continue to give Farker?
I did last week. I'd had enough, and then the Fulham game I quite enjoyed. I thought, you know, well into half time, I thought we've got this at half time. I don't want to point. We're going to win this, definitely. Adamant I was.
Yeah.
And as the game went on, I was thinking, well, I'll take a point now. And then on 90 minutes, I left the room and went in the kitchen. I'm terrible near the end. I can't watch. So I was putting dishes away and just pacing around the house. I was in on my own. And I heard the big cheer. I'm thinking, that doesn't sound like an away cheer. That's at home. And I walked in. Get rid of him. So, yeah. And obviously now Nuno's available. I think I have to agree with Chris. It would be good. And you see, if you do it now, it's like, and it doesn't work. It's, well, could Farker have done it? He might have done all right. You never know. But if you leave it too long, is it too late then, and don't give him enough chance and enough time to sort his own transfers out for January? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's another international break shortly, isn't there? So maybe we'll give you another 2 weeks or so.
I think he's too rigid in his ways, and I know this is a common fault. He hasn't got a plan B, and 60, 70 minutes, he makes his subs, and that's it. And everyone knows that. And it won't take the Premier League managers long to realise that, and soon work him out. Yeah. He's nothing up his sleeve. He's no other trick. It's a bit easier, a bit predictable.
I think that Amorim, he keeps going on about playing this specific way. But by the time he's got the team playing that way, everyone's going to be, oh, well, we know what they're going to do. We'll just counteract what he's doing. It just seems like such a strange attitude to have. But being a Spurs fan, the difference between Ange and Thomas Frank is Thomas Frank will go, right, okay, we're playing 3 at the back. And then a couple of weeks later, we'll go to a back 4. You know, it's almost like he looks at the opposition and goes, I'm an old school manager. Let's try and either win or let's try and not lose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really odd.
Well, even Pep, they all try to be like Pep, but Pep changes his team and his tactics every week, doesn't he? Really, and I'm convinced now that Amarin's an absolute clown, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's brilliant. Long may it continue.
it's crazy, isn't it? Really, really. I was listening to TalkSport today, and some United fans were coming on and going, "Oh, it's the fans. They want change straight away." And I'm thinking, this guy's had not far off a season now to sort stuff out, and they've not won 2 games on the trot. You know what I mean? They're shit. They are just shit at the minute.
He's turning this club around.
Yeah. Well, he's turning them closer to the championship.
Hopefully,
which would be amazing. It would be the best thing that happened to English football in my lifetime if Manchester United got relegated. That might sound like a strong statement, but I bloody love it. I tell you, party for a week.
It's the fans I dislike more than the team, I think.
Yeah,
I think a lot of fans are like that, aren't they? You know, those that have had success, particularly, of a certain age where they get used to it, and then they think they've got this divine right for that success to continue. So 10 years' time, City fans will be the same as United fans, when it starts going downhill, which inevitably it does, because it's just cyclical, isn't it? But yes, they are. We'll know when Cole comes on.
Yeah. He'll be loving these last 30 seconds, won't he, Cole?
I'm sure he's sworn a few times. If he's we know you like to listen, Cole. Morning. I hope you're having a good Friday. Right, let's have. So thank you very much for that, Steve. Thanks for coming on. What's your Champions League knowledge? British teams in Champions League, any good?
Not really.
You good at quizzes?
I know Arsenal won 2-0. Tottenham won 1-0, did they?
I mean, ChatGPT might ask about that. I don't know. We're about to go into the realms of ChatGPT. I've asked them for them as if they're a thing. I've asked ChatGPT for 100 questions focused on British teams in the UEFA Champions League. We'll do 3 rounds. I don't know what it's going to throw up. But yeah, Steve, we'll let you. As you're the guest, you can go first. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
17.
17. Okay. In which year did Tottenham Hotspur make their Champions League group stage debut?
I think it was 2007.
3 out. 2010.
2010.
2011 season, apparently. I mean, whether that's true or not,
Well,
we always have to go.
The reason I said that, I heard a stat earlier today. There was some fan was on talking about Levy who left, and they said, "Oh, he's got us into the Champions League 18 times out of 20 or something." So I just guessed 18 years ago. That's what was going on.
Really?
It was something like that. It was something to do with 18 times or 18 years.
Yeah.
I can remember that because when we're going into a pub and it was on Sky 3D at Tottenham in the Champions League, and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing."
I maybe misheard the stat today, but it was something like that.
But whatever happened to Sky 3D?
Yeah, they binned that off quite quick. You used to go to the pub, and it was a great thing to see, wasn't it?
Or with your cardboard glasses on.
No, they were they were proper plastic glasses.
Well, there was a pub in Jesmond in Newcastle that there were knee glasses. Everyone just staring at the screen going, my
eyes are going.
I'm not joking. They used to put it on Sky 3D. I was like, well, no one's got any glasses. And my wife got a headache once. We had to walk out that second half. She's like, I can't watch that anymore. I feel sick. Anyway, that's Newcastle for you. Right, who's next? Who wants to go next?
I've forgotten the question again. What was the which bit are we on?
1 to 100.
Oh yeah, quiz. Right. Okay. Yeah. 2.
2. Right. Who is the top scorer for Manchester United in the Champions League?
Blimey, that could be a few people, couldn't it? Van Nistelrooy.
Does anyone want to steal?
Ronaldo?
Rooney, I'd say, but
it is Ronaldo.
Really?
There you go. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Again, it might
so
be
Lee,
wrong.
as you've stolen, see if you can double your points.
Hate it.
It's not often I get one right. I'll go for number 7, please.
1 to 100.
I meant Ronaldo, not Lee, by the way.
Yeah, not Lee. Yeah. Right, Lee, what was it? What
number
did
7,
you say?
please.
Number 7. How many times has Arsenal reached the Champions League final?
4.
Once.
Yeah, they've
apparently,
not fallen. No,
2006.
no.
Yeah, I thought it was just the once when they got beat off Barcelona.
Are you passing that over for a steal?
What, have they not won one?
Once.
Oh, sorry, I didn't pass it over for a steal.
I said
didn't I? I
once.
should have done. You did. All right, Steve, you can have that then. I thought someone shouted
Yeah.
once.
Well, Steve,
Right.
Steve Dunn did it last week. He said it after you'd said
That's
Gregory,
true.
and he still got half a
He
point.
did.
for it.
He did. Yeah,
He did. I listened back
I
to
listened to
that.
it
I
again
listened
today
back
as
to
well.
that, and it was. He actually said it at the exact same point.
Thank
I said
you,
it, so
thank
he was
you.
right.
I thought it was.
I listened to it back,
should've
and
known that
I don't
as
think
well.
I'd heard him say it.
Thanks for coming, Steve.
Didn't
Bye.
miss that one.
I think you cheated.
Chris, go on, pick a
15.
number. 15. Again, this is a weird question. Who scored twice for Liverpool in the 2005 Champions League final against AC Milan?
Who scored twice?
I'll be fair, yeah, it's given me 2 people, so it's obviously
Oh,
bollocks. They obviously scored.
Must be right.
So,
Jordan Smeitzer.
yes, it
Oh,
was. So yeah, you should get 2 points, but we'll just give you 1. Well done. But yeah, who scored twice? 2 people. Right. So everyone's on 1 bar Steve. We're going to round 2. Steve Wybrant.
29.
29. Who is Chelsea's all-time top scorer in the Champions League?
It's tricky as well, isn't it? It's got to be one of
Lampard.
2. One of 2, surely.
What did you say? Did you say Lampard? You're right. It is Frank Lampard. So there you go.
Steve's mate.
2. Flying. All right, Steve, go on. Pick us a number.
9.
9. We're staying very low this week. Which just answer the question. Which British manager led Liverpool to their 2005 Champions League victory?
British man.
Ignore the British word. He wasn't a British manager. Which manager led Liverpool to their 2005 Champions League victory?
Houllier?
No. Benitez, yes.
Can I have that half point?
You can have
Well,
that.
I think we should get half each.
All right.
Yeah, there was a flicker. All right, fine. So that okay, you can both have half each. So you're both on. Yeah, Steve, you've got 2 now.
No, I'll give Chris. It's obviously a delay from Jersey, isn't it? So
Cheers.
It's a delay from Jersey. Right, cool. I'm losing track of score. You'll have to keep you on. Lee.
I'll go number 10, please.
So low. Who did Chelsea beat in the 2012 Champions League final?
God. I'm crap at stuff like this. Manchester United. I don't know.
No, that was a few years before.
were they
So
English? Were they British? Were they English?
No,
Bayern Munich.
No, they weren't. It was Bayern Munich. Oh, he's on fire.
Well done, Jersey.
He's on
Chris.
fire before he goes to Everest. I tell you.
I mean, Chris looked away from screen there, so it could easily have been a bit of a Google there. Yeah, interruption.
Alexa.
I think that's take away 2 points.
No.
he needs these scores before he goes to have an aggregate high before he goes to Everest. Anyway, it's you next.
40.
Chris.
Let's go up a little bit.
40. Right. Okay. Who was the manager of Arsenal during their 2006 Champions League final run?
Arsene Wenger.
Yes, of course. I think you've won now by a mile,
That was-
but we'll do the
that was
final round
easy.
anyway, just for the hell of it. It was well. It's the look of the draw.
I mean, he
You
was
pick between
manager
1 and
for about
100.
30 years.
I
And
know
I had
he
to
was.
quick doing my maths.
Between 1 and 100, just pick a number. Right, last round, Steve, quick.
16.
60. Oh, staying very low. Which English club was the first to win the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season?
Man United.
It was Man United. You're right. Steve, see if you can get on the board.
99 in honour of Alistair's score last week.
Very good. Which English club? You'll get this. Which English
Don't know.
club reached the 2006 Champions League final despite being down to 10 men? We've mentioned them already in this quiz, even. 2006 Champions League final. If you were paying attention, this is an easy question.
Liverpool.
Does anyone want to steal?
Go on,
I
Chris.
wasn't paying attention.
Chelsea, was it?
No, come on. It
Is it not
wasn't.
Arsenal?
It was Arsenal. It was 2006. Yeah, the season that another brilliant English club got to European Cup final and got smashed. But yeah, when Middlesbrough got to it was Middlesbrough and Arsenal got to the 2 European finals in 2006. Anyway, Lee, you're next.
I will go. What you on? Was Steve 19? I'll go for 100 then.
Who scored the? This is the same questions pretty much. Who scored the opening goal for Liverpool in the 2005 Champions League final against AC Milan?
Oh, I forgot who it was. Smitzer. I can't remember.
Wasn't it? Was to the one.
It was.
Haaland.
It was Gerard. I think. Yeah, Chris, you've got about 100 points, right? Final question. Go on. Pick a number.
65.
65 for the. I think this is the highest score we've ever had in this. Which British team won the? It says Champions League. Would have been European Cup in 1977.
Well, Leeds should have won it in 1975. 77. British team.
Is that right? Yeah. Is that right? I didn't know. They probably
British being English, is that, yeah?
Yes.
Whittle it down a bit more, Chris. Why do you ask if it's northern or southern?
Aston Villa.
No.
Is it Liverpool?
No.
Liverpool.
It was Liverpool. You're
Half a
right.
point, get
You've
in
got a
there.
point, Steve.
No,
yes.
Liverpool have just scored as well.
Yeah,
Liverpool just scored this Friday morning.
I knew it was Liverpool. I was waiting.
They won 3-1.
Well, you get no points for sitting around, Steve. You just need to jump in there.
They beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1.
Oh,
2-0 Liverpool.
2.
Wow.
Salah and Robertson.
I'm no longer. I'm breaking news. I'm no this Friday. He's had a reprieve for the Liverpool derby tomorrow. Cool. Well, that was more of this nonsense for another week. So thank you very much for joining us, Steve. Have you enjoyed your time on the pod?
I have, yeah. It's been good. Thanks.
Good.
Thanks
And good luck with the season. Obviously, you're looking good for a potential promotion back to the best league.
I'm not going to spend as long this Saturday morning as I did last week. I was 3 hours. I sent Steve my sheet. I sent him a picture of what I'd done. It was like just far too much working out. And I did spreads of scores between defenders in the last 10 games, between 10 points and 28 points in the first 10.
Wow.
I had this theory that because defenders are scoring more this year, I should have 5 decent defenders playing every week because I should, on average, get more points than strikers. So don't spend as much on my striker.
Right.
And pack the defence and midfield. And it seemed to work. I made a big change and I got 78 points. So whether that carries on, I don't know.
Well, if it does work,
is
there was some theory around my madness, but I don't think I'll spend that long again. Because I woke up thinking about it at 7 o'clock and I was down 10 o'clock still doing it. And mad.
That's amazing. But if it pays off,
it did work this week.
Good stuff. See. Well, we might have to ask you back on the pod later in the season if it's still working, and you might have to.
I'll be glad to come back on. Yeah,
give us a masterclass on 3 hours on Saturday morning with your spreadsheets.
Don't listen to the so-called experts on Sky Sports. That's what I found.
Listen to the experts on this pod instead.
Listen to Leon and find out who's travelled.
Yes, that's a top tip for everybody.
That's always helpful.
It is. But thank you so much, Steve, and thanks to everyone else. You remember you can follow us on Twitter at SWYW_FPL. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave us a comment or ask us an FPL question. We'll be back next week to discuss it, and we'll be joined by another top guest. Thanks to Steve. Thanks to Lee. Good luck, Chris, in Everest.
Good luck, Chris.
Yeah, really good luck.
Good luck. Be safe.
Yes, be safe.
Can you get a signal up there,
Chris? Pods while you're out there? Will you get a reception? Will you be able to listen to the pod?
I Well, I try, but I'm not sure I'm going to get much Wi-Fi.
Well, what little Wi-Fi you get, you can waste on this pod for the next couple of weeks. But they think it's all over. It is until next week. Enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right.
Right.
Cheers.
Get out of my podcast.